give you some introduction on lake ecosystem. 2 to 3%, around 2.2 according to current statistics, 2.2% of global percentage is covered with the lake ecosystem. How much square kilometer of lake is available in the world? 32 lakh square kilometer. Can anyone remember my first class? How much lakh of forest is available in India? I have given on statistics, no? Can anyone remember? 87 lakh square kilometer plus. So forest area in India itself is how much? 87 lakh square kilometer. But throughout the world, what is the lake coverage? 32 lakhs. So lakes are very small. Throughout the world, if you take, even though it is very small. Now, what is the largest lake? Is Lake Superior. Lake Superior, this is the lake. Number of shootings will be here. So we would have thought that this is the ocean, but this is Lake Superior, which is the North American lake. This is a freshwater lake. There are two types of lake. One is freshwater and salt water. This is a freshwater lake. This is the largest lake which is available in northern part of America. And Lake Baikal. This is a Siberian, Russia. You have this lake, the largest lake in Siberia, which has a depth of 1500 meter. That means 1.5 kilometer of depth. Why we are not aware in the sense, in India we don't have largest lake. The largest lake in India is only available in that Alappuzha district. This is the largest lake in India, which I have told, Vembanad Lake, which is having 2033 square kilometer. This is a freshwater lake. Now, throughout the globe, wherever you have largest lake, which is given here in the single map. Can you see in India we don't have any largest lake. So, the largest lake is only available at the Great Lake. Can you see here in North America, you see Lake Superior is the freshwater lake. Have you seen this Caspian Sea? This is a saltwater lake. Lakes are different. One is saltwater lake and freshwater lake. This is a saltwater lake. This is called Caspian Sea. From the aerial view, you can see this is a Caspian Sea. This covers around 5 countries. In borders, you have 5 countries. This is the largest lake, and Caspian Sea is the largest lake, which is having how much square kilometer? 3 lakh square kilometer of lake. When you are visiting there, it might be very large and it might be nearly sea. Now it spreads around how many square kilometers? 1200 kilometers around the world. Now Lake Baikal I have told you, which is the deepest lake. What is the depth of this lake? 1640. That is why you have different level of aquatic living being. This is the Lake Baikal, the deepest lake, which is situated in Russia. Now, forest covers 33% of land surface. Throughout the globe, only 20+% of land is available. Rest of them are what? Ocean. Now, in 23% of land, 33% is covered with forest. Lake ecosystem has only 2 to 3% of impact. Which is the broadest ecosystem? Ocean ecosystem. So 70% of aquatic living being usefulness we are getting through ocean ecosystem. Number of places we purely depend on lake water for drinking purposes. So that you have to understand the lake water system. The lake ecosystem has a distinct structure. What are the structure? There are horizontal and vertical structure. Both are there. What are horizontal structure is, before any lake, you will be having plants. Some parts of plants will be there. Then the lake will be starting here. So from here, littoral zones. What are littoral zones are? Here you have maximum number of vegetations. All the nutrients will be higher in this part. Whatever limnictic zone, that is open water. Completely you have water here. None other species or plants will be here, very rarely. Now, from this zone, you will be having purely water body from this water body to the surface. This is called littoral zone. Here you will be having emergent plants. Can you compare forest ecosystem? You have emergent layer, no? Emergent means tallest plant emerging. So tallest plant will be there. Whatever might be the condition, they float above the water. Second type of plants are floating plants. In the lake ecosystem, you can see lotus. Some of the floating plants will be there. Can you see in ocean? Not possible. So you have floating plants and submerged plant in this part of ecosystem. Now, what are zonation of lake? I have shown you two horizontal zones. So first one is littoral zone, which is near the shore. Nearby this land, you have a part, this is called littoral zone. So this zone is being used for further purposes. What are they? Sunlight reaches the bottom. Whatever lake is being covered, the sunlight reaches the bottom of the littoral zone. But you see, benthic zone, the sunlight will not fall under that layer. So you have the difference between that. Next thing is limnictic zone, open water, photosynthesis, plankton are producers. There are three types of living organisms. What are they? Producers, consumer, decomposer. This plankton are two types. What are they? Phytoplankton, zooplankton. Naturally, phytoplankton is a plant breed. They intake food through the sun. They doesn't take anywhere. Naturally from sun, they intake the food. Another zooplankton is there. The zooplankton is a small living being like bacteria. They consume phytoplankton. So these organisms will be living in free-swimming organic zones. That is the second zone. Now third zone is profoundal zone. I have shown you the littoral zone. So this is called limnictic zone. That is completely covered with the water. In water also, you have different layers. Euphotic zone and profundal zone. Can you see the different kinds of species according to the vertical deviation? You can see different species living along. Those who are the predators live in deep zone. If you keep on going or moving inside the bottommost part, you will be having territory consumers. Next thing is benthic zone. This is bottom of the lake. There will be decomposers. At the bottom of the lake, you have bacteria and decomposers. So this is the structure. How does the lake been structured? Limnictic zone have photosynthesis, but in ocean structure, you have very large type of zones. There in ocean, you have 7 zones. In the pond or lake, you only have 3 types of zone. This zone is the primary zone. Surface of algae. Can you see here? There is a green color. Have you seen in lakes the green colors are formed? It is algae. Why they are formed? Due to excess nutrition. The agricultural practice what we use artificial fertilizers, we use phosphorus, we use nitrogen. Whatever we are using, during a rainfall, the runoff carries all the fertilizers. During a single rain, all the fertilizers they will carry and they will store in this area. Can you see this? There is a surface layer. From here the runoff will be there. So here more nutrients will be there. So that phosphorus, nitrogen, these content will create algae formation. So this is called excess nutrition. First layer is epiliminon. This is a layer, well oxygenated place, warm water will be there, limited fish habitat. When you compare the bottommost part, hypoliminon. Hypoliminons are low and no oxygen. There are fishes, whoever has aquarium will change the water frequently. Even though fish is living in water, no. But why you are changing the water? Fishes need oxygen. Inside the water, oxygen is available in form of dissolved oxygen. So fish will consume all the dissolved oxygen through their gills. After consuming all the oxygen, the fish will further don't have any oxygen. So it suffocates, then it will die. Instead of that, what you have to do? You have to place a small motor. What is the purpose of the motor is? It will take the water and it will cycle it back. And if it is sprinkled through the air, the atmospheric oxygen is being absorbed and it currently goes down. So due to this purpose, the oxygen is replaced. If you have motor, you don't need to change. Don't need to change weekly or 3 days a while. Certain fishes will die even in 3 days. Why? Because certain fishes, example is clownfish. Have you heard clownfishes? They need 14 milligram per liter of oxygen. Dissolved oxygen is required. Have you heard about shark? They only need 3 to 4 milligram per liter of dissolved oxygen. So aquatic living being also, according to the oxygen presence, the living beings will be different. Due to low oxygen also, anoxic condition, you can have some living beings here. Toxic gases will build, high nutrition levels will be there. Epilimnion, this is a layer, warm upper layer, metalimnion, middle layer. When crossing this middle layer, you see lake water, the top part of water will be warm. If you dive deep into the lake, you will be having a cold water. So top part and bottom part will be different. Can you see this is a warm water, this will be cold water. This is the general structure of the lake. This is the food chain. The deep water, you will be having decomposers. This is a food chain in the sense, at bottom you have decomposers. They might be bacteria, earthworms, etc. So above that you have plankton. Then above that you have zooplankton, and you have some territory fishes, top predators. Water and humans are at the top level. Water will not be fully submerged in water. They will be partially available in land as well as the water. Human can be in any ecosystem, he is the territory consumer. Not only in ocean, land, forest, everywhere, he will be the territory consumer. Yes. Now, so far I have discussed to you regarding lake structure. When we discuss the functions, lake cycles, first one is carbon cycle, nitrogen, phosphorus. I have told you why the algae are formed. Because of this nitrogen and phosphorus cycle. Due to that, the algae are blooming. Nutrition cycles are being done by this lake ecosystem. Energy flow, that means from the littoral zone to limnictic zones, the energies will be flowing. Due to that, some aquatic beings living there. Now biodiversities are, several animals and plants are living. If we are polluting the lake, we will not get pure water. Domestic water supply, industries also take water supply. Can you see, this is a Mumbai. Mumbai is completely dependent on lake for water purpose, and other thing is for agriculture we use hydropower generations. Have you seen this kind of hydropower generations will be available in river? Hydropowers are generated through river. Other ways in lake. Why in India we are not doing? In the sense, India doesn't have that much of capacity of lake. In foreign countries, I have told you, no, 1.6 kilometers depth is available. So there hydropowers are being generated by the lakes, and flood control management, navigation. You can use the lake as navigation purpose. Water quality regulations. That means it makes the water into fresh water. They play a role of filtering pollutions. Whatever pollutions is available in lake, it automatically filters and decomposes, storing the water for climatic region. Wherever you have a lake, if you are nearby that, you don't have a problem of groundwater. So the influencing local climate and act as a sink for nutrition. Habitat provision, number of lake habitant living beings are there. These are the things you can see in this image, and recreational and economic purposes we use the lake water ecosystem. First one, which is world's deepest freshwater lake? B is Lake Baikal. Yes. Next thing, the shallow near shore zone of lake ecosystem where sunlight reaches the bottom is called sea. Sea is what? Littoral zone. Yes. Next thing, the vertical layer in lake where temperature changes rapidly with depth is known as But which zone the temperature changes rapidly? There is an intermediate zone, no? What is that? Yes, B is metaliminon. The zone of lake that remains dark and has low oxygen is called C, profundal zone. Yes. The primary producers in lake ecosystem are mainly D. Primary producers are plankton. Yes. Next thing, the process by which lake remove pollutants and sediments naturally is called, how the lake refreshes itself due to what process? Water purification. Lake sediments are useful to scientists because they store historical, climate and event records. Fisheries in lake ecosystem mainly depends on C. Fish are primary consumer. Those who are producers, they eat producers. Who are producers? Phytoplankton. Next one. Which hydrological function of lake benefits agriculture the most? D is what? Fresh storage and groundwater recharge. Last one. The role of lakes in moderating local climate is due to their ability to, if you are having a lake, it regulates your climate. It store and release heat slowly.